Hello everybody. Today we are playing 5 and we're going to be going for the rarest achievement on 5 as measured on Steam, which is the easiest way for me to get the metrics. What 5 achievement do players have the least? In that case, is going to be hands off my merchandise. And to achieve that achievement, we're actually also going to be doing a shotguns only challenge because I thought it'd be a fun little mix of challenges. Probably going to be trying to do more stuff like this going forward, where whenever I want to do my normal shotguns or pistols only, we're going to try to incorporate it in with something like this. Now the hands off my challenge, hands off the merchandise, something along those lines challenge, I'll have it on the screen for you, is going to be we need to kill the Pentagon thief before he takes our weapon. My goal with this is I actually want to immediately save up to get the shotgun downstairs. So we're only going to use our knife. We can't use our pistol, but we can use our knife in these challenges. We are allowed to use grenades as well. So knife, grenades, and shotgun. In a shotgun only challenge, in any type of these weapon only challenges, I prefer to keep it to where you can only you're allowed to use only the gun, but you're allowed a little bit of utility. I mean, come on. If for one, let's say it wasn't a shotguns only challenge. Let's say I want to do an SMG only challenge. There ain't no SMG up here. I'd have to use the melee, right? The knife, the melee. Anyways, if you guys are excited for this video, please do like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. It really does. We're not going to be buying Quick Revive early on because if I go down, you guys just won't see this. Because if I go, not in general, I go down all the time in videos, but because I would just fail the challenge, and it wouldn't make much sense to upload that. But, like I was saying, I do read each and every single comment, so if you could leave a comment, it is deeply appreciated. The community is the #1 reason I make these videos. You guys genuinely make my day every single day that I upload. I mean, every day I don't as well, to be fair. You guys are like, you guys are the best, genuinely. I have one of the best communities on YouTube. I have the best community on YouTube. Forget all the others. Also, I have to be careful because we're on Black Ops 1. I've been playing Black Ops 3 lately, meaning my only COD Zombies experience other than... nothing lately, I guess. It was funny. I did the 115 challenge, and I didn't even think I do not need to be meleeing these guys. I have to split them up. They could instantly down me. I was doing the 115 challenge, which is where you only get like one pack-a-punch, right? And without even thinking about it, I double pack-a-punch. I left a note in the description. I don't think anyone actually commented on it, but like it completely slipped my mind that like, oh, I'm breaking the rules of the challenge right now. We might end up buying the Olympia and then doing like shot melee, because I don't think we're getting down there. I'm not living on round 3, man. It ain't. I think the Olympia buys us the 500 points back. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we can make it like down and buy the gun, because here's the thing. You open this door, you open elevator door, you buy elevator, then you have to open 2 more doors, I think, before you can get the gun. It's an insane amount. Also, I'm mixing my words a bit this morning. It'll take some time to get back in the groove of things, but that's a-okay in my book. How can I make it to where this isn't one-shotting? Maybe if I'm, like, really far away? No. Okay. Noted. Maybe a decent bit away with it? Alright. No, it's fine. I see how this is going to go this morning. It's fine. No, don't worry about it, game. Don't worry about it. Max ammo, that's useless. Alright. I guess we're just going to be going for headshots. That is as much as I can figure out here. How many more points do I need? To be safe, I don't even think 4,000 is enough, to be entirely honest with you. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. These early rounds are going to be so hard. Another reason also I think it might be, or actually no, I was going to say why it might be good to have the Olympia early would be so that, I don't think we're killing the Pentagon thief before he takes our gun the first time around. I don't think that's what's going to be happening here. But I can just give him the pistol. Nothing against that in the rules. Pulls out Big Book from Fairly Odd Parents, not Fairy, because apparently they wanted to mess up how everyone spoke. As a kid, I think as a kid I realized it wasn't the normal word, but I never put together, like, for one, there's 2 things. It's not like the Fairy Godparents, which is what a kid might think it's called. It's the Fairly Odd Parents, which never, I was gonna say never made sense to me as a kid. I still don't really get it. Like, they're called in the Fairly Odd Pair. Whenever you're in the show, whenever you're watching the show, what do they refer, like, oh, the childs who are in need get, do they say Fairly Odd Parents or do they say Fairy Godparents? Is Fairy Godparents trademarked by like Disney, you think? Surely not. Like, that's a concept? I don't know. We have 4,500. We'll see if we can go ahead and head down and get the shotgun. Hopefully we can. These doors are so expensive in Black Ops 1, man. It is crazy how expensive these early doors are. Later games get better. I don't even know if they're that expensive. It's just there's so many to get where we want to go. Okay, so there's only one door down here we needed to get to the gun. And we honestly are probably going to head back upstairs to get quicker vibes. Because 1500 minus 2300 is negative 800. Yeah, I misspoke, but I fixed it. So I said the right numbers. Good job, Apothos. Big number day. Man, I cannot speak this morning. It is really early in the morning. I say really early. It's 8 a.m. I woke up at 7. Normally I go to sleep around 2 or 3 just because I have trouble sleeping, generally speaking. Couldn't find the quick vibe there for a second. I was like, what did I come up here for? I just generally speaking, I have trouble sleeping. But last night, dude, I was dead exhausted. I don't know why. So I crashed around 1 and then woke up this morning to a little bit of winter weather, which was always a good time. A lot of places around the nation having some winter weather, always in general. I'd love to move somewhere where it snows like all the time. Unironically, my wife and I were considering moving to Maine, and I think it'd be nice. It's a heck of a drive. My only issue with moving far away, I have one single issue with it, otherwise I'd be so down, is it's so hard to... I don't like going on trips. Simply put, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't mind going to like see family that's 10-15 minutes away, but if I had to, we'll throw out a ballpark, if I had to drive 8 to 20 hours to see family, man, I don't know how often I'm seeing family. And I'm a bit of a family guy. I like seeing family. It's not always the easiest, and you know, but like maintaining relationships and everything takes work, right? So you got to put in the work every now and then. You can't just stay in your room and be a shutout forever. I mean, you can try. Be my guest. We are going to go and head downstairs. I think that is a little dangerous of a situation right there. But, man, it's so... And I know a lot of people would do it, driving like the 8 to 20 hours. We have some family that lives like way across... I have family that lives all across the U.S. Now, most of them that live fully across the U.S. I almost never see. I said before, I'm on the East Coast, so... Like California, I have some family in California. I've never seen. I saw them once. Whenever my mom passed away, they flew in. I have some like family in Colorado as well, and they flew in as well. Actually, some of that family moved back. Regardless, I was thinking about Maine. I think I'd really like Maine. For one, I love the ocean, but I know West Coast beaches are different than East Coast beaches. They're a lot more rocky because it's a younger beach, right? That's the thing about it, is the East Coast beaches because of, I guess, Pangea? I don't know. I just know East Coast beaches are more sandy because they're older and more eroded. And then West Coast ones are a little more rocky because they're not as, like, old. I guess. I don't know. I'm not an oceanographer. Is that the right word? Oceanographer would study what? Oceanography? I mean, geography, earth, ocean. Yeah, it makes sense to me, I guess. Is that how the process of originally making language work? Like, what if we combine this word and this root? Would that make sense? Are they even asking, does that make sense, or do they just like send it? They probably just sent it, right? Can I get the Pentagon Thief before I turn on power? What do I get by turning on power? The other thing about shotgun only challenge is you're really struggling for points to beat the Pentagon Thief, because you're saying we have to be in close range. The reason I chose shotguns is because I think they have enough explosive power to be able to do it, right? I think it'd be easiest with like an LMG or a ray gun or something, or explosives. I think those would be the easiest because shotguns do have that range, but I think just double tap and pack a punch won't be good to get there if we can fight him early enough. If we cannot, not so easy all of a sudden. If we can't get those by the second attempt, I think we're screwed. So I really don't want to spend any unnecessary points. We need to get power on, and we need 7,500 points from there to turn on power. I think we need 1,000 points for the elevator, like to get to it. As long as I don't open up these areas, we should be okay. I need to like hit headshots though. Man, I do love in newer zombies games. I mentioned this, how you actually have variety of weapons, because like going snipers or getting an early wonder weapon or something can screw you over. So I'm gonna have to open this. It's too dangerous to not. Can screw you over so early in older zombies, which is fine. It adds more of a challenge, and I'm fine with that. But I also like the freedom of choice. I like being able to like choose what I want to do and accomplish. It would also be great if my aim was better. Seems like all that practice in Overwatch 2 is not helping. Oh my god, Overwatch 2. Holy cow, I love the talent system. I hear some complaints right now if you don't know of what Overwatch. For one, I'm gonna work on the basis of you at least know what Overwatch is, because like Marvel Rivals, and we'll talk about the Marvel Rival things if I remember. But like with Marvel Rivals being popular, I think a lot of people, generally speaking, know what Overwatch is at the minimum. And yes, I know I didn't want to open those, but at the end of the day, like we have to survive. Anyways, they added in talents. You get a minor perk and a major perk, the minor one is kind of like just a small quality of life thing for most characters. Some of them it's more impactful, some of them it's like dead useless. But then the major perks actually add a good bit. And I see some people, there's two things I see people complain about. One, it screws over counter swapping, which a lot of people say like Overwatch 2 is built around counter swapping. You're supposed to constantly be swapping your hero. It's supposed to be kind of a fluid matchup. You should never have just like one main. And I agree with that. I genuinely wholeheartedly agree with that. And I don't think that the changes to where the way you pick the minor and major perks is very important, is you get XP throughout the match. You probably take around 3-ish minutes to get your first one and probably another 2 or 3 minutes to get your second one. And so you're thinking like, oh man, if I have to swap, it takes 6 minutes to get another. I can't swap. And a lot of people are like, man, this is amazing because now people just aren't swapping to take my picks all the time. I am grabbing that death machine, by the way. Shotguns only? Sure, I didn't say no drops only though. This is utility. I said utility is allowed. Come on, come on. Yeah, give me these headshots. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, wait. Wait a minute. Come on, Pentagon Thief. Pentagon Thief. The teleporters aren't even on. He couldn't possibly come. It doesn't make sense. It's not yeah, alright. Anyways. So people are like, oh, it takes this long. I'm just screwing my team over by swapping. But the thing is, there's catch-up XP. At least it feels like it based on what I have felt, what my buddy has felt, and what like I've seen on Reddit. Some other people saying, oh, you know, I swapped and I got like both of my talents in like 1 30-second team fight later in the game. So I think people are kind of overreacting, and the people who are like, finally, counter swapping is dead, is just going to have to realize maybe Overwatch isn't the game for you. Because I get not liking a part of a game, but it really feels like counter swapping is something that it's built on. Like, it's like, I have a buddy who claims he likes League of Legends, but hates anything regarding like the minions, the creeps, the CSing, wave management. It's like, I just don't think you like this genre. Like, I hear you say that you like it, but this is a core part of the game. I don't understand how you can claim to like the game, but not like this core part of the game. And that's kind of how the counter swap stuff feels. Maybe they just played it in early 2016 or 2017, whenever people weren't really swapping at all. But the entire time, I mean, and I've played Overwatch since launch, people learn pretty quickly that you have to like be swapping mid-match, that some matchups are just impossible. And that's just kind of how the game... that's just kind of how the game flows and evolves, right? So I think those guys are going to be disappointed, and that's okay. I think Overwatch, and I don't mean it's okay as in like screw the casuals, I mean like I just think that we've made a big assumption that's making you happy, because I also think that they were kind of chill with it before. Maybe they didn't like it, but they weren't complaining, and now that they get a taste of like, oh, but I could just play my main every game. I have to remember I don't have Jug. I'm also getting a bit low on ammo, so I'm slightly concerned about that. What do we think's more impactful? Getting Jug or upgrading our shotgun? Now, normally I go over this a lot, where I would rather upgrade the shotgun, but this time around I'm actually really not sure, because we have a good bit of firepower in our hands. So I don't know if the best thing to do is just like Zerg Rush getting Pack-a-Punch. I think it is, though. I think it is. We're going to see if we can actually get Pack-a-Punch this round. But yeah, I think people are going to realize that it actually doesn't screw them over that much to just be able to swap. The other thing people are upset about is it feels like you take the same ones every game, which some of them are just like objectively better. Yes, absolutely. But like me and my buddy were looking at the Moira one, and the Moira one gives anti-heal on one part of the major talent, and then the other part, it makes it to where part of your heal is immediate. So in games where you're playing the more like offensive quote-unquote DPS Moira, go the anti-heal one. It's going to make it easier to secure those backline kills. And then in games where you're mostly with your team grouping up, take the heal one. It seems like, I don't know, it seems pretty simple to me. Look at the game state and adjust accordingly. That now, you don't always get that choice. Sometimes there's one that just kind of like blows, man. Sometimes one of them just sucks. Also, I don't know exactly where these are. Like, I know where they are. I know there's like 2 down here, 2 up there, whatever. I just run around and grab them though, so caught, I guess. Anyways, I think people are just like, it's kind of like how they look up a tier list and they're like, this is the only thing you can do, or you can only play these champions. Like, okay, no, this S+ champion might be like good into most matchups and have like easy to play, but if you just pick the C champion and you're pretty decent at them, you're a normal level of skill with them, you're gonna crush this S plus champion. Like there's context that people just love to ignore. Part of me, okay, look, Overwatch aside, part of me thinks we might be able to handle the scientist right now with this. I am horrified to try it because if he takes it, it's GG, it's game over, 15-minute upload. But wouldn't it be really cool? Wouldn't it though? Do I think I can swap weapons up? I think I'll panic. I genuinely, if he gets close to me, I'm going to panic and like try to swap and not be able to. It's okay. We're gonna do it. We are literally gonna send it. I thought it was, is it? No, okay. I thought the DEFCON 1 reset was him, or not was him, but was them saying like, was the voice saying that the Pentagon people's coming, but it's not. Just a little bit of rust. But yeah, Overwatch 2 perk changes I think are pretty good. I think people would get better at them. Obviously, I think some, like, you don't have that choice, and I think that needs to be changed. I think you should always have a choice. Honestly, I want more perks. I'd love more options. I would be fine with even another perk tier, one that you start the game with. I was going to say like a passive one, but they're all passive in the sense, right? Also, pause, we need to think. I'm using this like I would use the Stakeout Unpack-a-Punch. Can anyone tell me why that's a bad idea? Obviously, I had to do that there just to survive. The reason that's a bad idea, normal Stakeout ammo costs like 700 points. Pack-a-Punch Stakeout ammo costs 4,500. So we're going to group everyone nice and tight together. Just a good old tight grouping of fellas over here, it would seem. You know what I'm realizing? A lot of these people in the White House seem like guys. Is this? Are we sure this is like JFK era? I feel like there's more RFK era. You know, no DEI hires. I know. No politics. Don't worry. I won't lie, the reason why it took me so long to get that joke out, because I was trying to make sure it was JFK were the initials. I was like, GFK, LFK? No, it's not RFK. RFK is the current one. I was having to run through all of it. Oh man. Alright, 2,200 points. This is so stupid. I've never once played Black Ops 1 and bought double tap. But I cannot describe to you guys how screwed we are if we can't kill the Pentagon Thief. We have no jug. We can't kill him with the Olympia. How quickly can we shoot the Olympia if worse comes to worse? Okay. Now here's the other problem I'm realizing. If I can't kill him in time on the first spawn with double tap and a pack-a-punch shotgun, I don't have enough time to reload this thing, okay? So like speed cola is never going to help. Nothing is going, this is it. The only other option is getting the fully auto shotgun out of the box, which could help. What am I doing all the way over here? I gotta get over here. He's gonna come. What is my best angle to do this? Probably high ground, like maybe here? Or is it like probably better to go here? Oh god, I don't know. Here. We're gonna start shooting once he comes here. We have 10 bullets. Just breathe. Yep. Come on. Oh my god, it's not even close to enough. I thought I'd be able to shoot so much faster. We outrun him, so we're gonna try to just get close to him. And then I'm gonna like try to shoot him once I'm closer, if I don't run out of sprint. Oh dear god. This is a horrible, horrible mistake. How do I change this to where I'm able to kill him? Maybe more distance? Oh dear god, get me out of here. Please get me out of here. I hate this so much. I hate this area. What can I do? Better shotgun. Faster shotgun. I think playing range more. I think we do have enough range where we could play it a little bit more. Honestly, I think the third shot would have killed him. I think we should have played range a bit more. I honestly just thought I'd be able to shoot it faster. Like, I won't even lie. I genuinely fully thought I could shoot this gun way faster. And it's not me. Let's make that clear. Like, it was my brain calculating it wrong. Yes, but this is the maximum we can get here. Unless there's some, like, weird glitch we can do that I'm not aware of. That's it. That's the extent of what we've got here. Oh yeah, the Marvel Rivals thing. So, if you don't know Marvel Rivals, it is a game a hero shooter. I won't say Overwatch clone. I'll say hero shooter. After all, I don't refer to League of Legends as a Warcraft 3 clone, okay? So, a hero shooter that is an Overwatch clone. And it's fun. It's good. It feels... My only issue, like, I only really have a single issue. I have 2 issues, but one of them doesn't matter as much. I don't like the way, I don't like... a lot of games do the same thing. I don't like over-sexualization. Not a big fan of it. Never have been. And, man, some of the ways the characters move, it makes you wonder, like, where they... I always wonder what it's like to be the person who has to, like, make those character models in an office and then assign where the movement occurs. I've always wondered what it must be like to sit in an office surrounded by people, some of them in suits, looking over your shoulder as you're having to put what I imagine is a physics orb in certain places in the anatomy. And it just feels a little weird. I say physics orb, and you know what comes to my head? You guys remember the Fuji ball? You guys remember that? The ball, is it Fushigi? Is it Fushigi ball? I don't know. And it's like a ball. It's like a glass ball with like a darker inside, I think. And you're supposed to like move your hand around it while keeping it in the same spot. I love that thing. I had one of I begged my parents for one of those. And I whenever I got it, man, I took it ever. I dropped it, got a scuff on it, didn't care. Still love that thing. Loved it. Anyways, back to Marvel Rivals. My other issue with it is it feels just a little less like there's like an inner issue to this. It feels a little less polished. It feels a little clunkier, which I think just comes with time. I think maybe it could be a mixture of me not used to it, me expecting it to feel more like Overwatch, or it could be just the game engine they optimize it, right? I feel like I have some lag in some areas. I feel like in general lately, just games are reliant so much on like DLSS rather than actually making their game optimized, which blows, but it's a symptom of the industry. Anyways, they laid off, wildly successful, let's make that clear. Marvel Rivals, wildly successful. They laid off a lot, if not all of their US Seattle-based development team. I've seen something saying their whole development team, and then that was... I didn't see him behind me. This one's going to be a tough one, boys. I am not even going to lie. So they laid off most of their Seattle team. Pause. Give me a second. Just give me a second. We're good. Just breathe. There we go. They left most of their Seattle team. And then from there, I'm sorry, I'm blanking out now because I'm like trying to make sure I survive. I saw a thing saying they left their whole development team. Not true. They did lay off their like lead developer in Seattle. I don't know if that's their entire US development team or just the one in Seattle. But it's kind of crazy to see how cutthroat the industry is, that even if you put out a wildly successful game, nothing is guaranteed. Never. Nothing at all. And so it's a little scary if you're trying to get a career in that field. Of course, for a little bit, most of my college experience was as a not religion major. I was a religion minor for a little bit with philosophy, but I ended up dropping the religion part because, what was the reason? I think it was because I had a really crappy professor. I love studying religion. I mentioned a few times I'm religious myself, but generally speaking, I love studying religion. I love studying other religions because it's always interesting. I love the way that we, I don't know, I love the way that different cultures interact with what, with religion. I think I love the way. And it comes from a place of genuine curiosity and like love of knowledge. From a young age, I grew up in the South, so Christianity is the main thing here. But I've always been wanting to learn about other worldviews, and I think it's always a good thing. So I had a class, and I was so excited for it. It was about like Taoism and Shintoism and just Asian religions in general. And I was so excited for the source material, and I loved reading the textbook, but every in-class seminar was horrible. It was like unfortunately, it was like a general class required for a lot of majors. Like they just had to take like one religion class, something, and they chose that one. So like no one in there actually cared about it, but like 3 people. And it was just the most miserable experience, feeling like I was in a freshman high school class with a bunch of adults who were just like trying to make stupid jokes and just like riff on Asian religion. It's like, bro, what are you even doing here? You're paying money to be here. No one's forcing you to be here. You don't have to like insult the material. You can just like have an appreciation for it. I don't know. So I ended up not following that because I was like, I don't see the rest of these classes being that different. And I had a lot more fun in my philosophy classes anyways. So I was a political science major. Loved poli-science. Still to this day, I love the operations of how government works. Politics aside, I love like the functionings of our government. We're screwed. We're so screwed. We okay. Clutch up or kick or clutch. Clutch up or suck up. I don't know. God, I thought one more bullet was all it would take. Reload. Man, we are going to need to get that. We're so close. I really think we're only like one bullet off each time. Genuinely, I think one more bullet there would have done it. But now he's going to have so much health that I think we have to get the fully auto one. If we can't do it with the fully auto one, we lose. But I will give it that. Come on. There we go. I'll give it that much. So anyways, why did I even start talking about what I was in college? I don't remember. Was it some of Marvel Rivals? I don't think so. Definitely. Oh. Talking about like if you're going to college for any form of computer science, which I was at the end of my college, but I also had a terrible professor in that. And that was actually whenever I first started making like YouTube videos and stuff. Or it was, I started in the summer and then I went back to university and ended up dropping out that same semester because it was miserable. The worst part was, I was in like or I wouldn't say the worst part, it's just, it's weird because whenever you imagine college dropout, you don't imagine, I'm sorry, my throat is killing, one second. Oh my goodness, hopefully I remember to edit that out. If not, sorry for the cough you just had to endure. But most time when you think of a college dropout, you think of someone who like was failing their classes and everything. I was on a full scholarship in the honors and with perfect like A's in all of my courses. 4.0 GPA, would have graduated with Greek honors and everything. In like my senior, I was working on my like final project. It was about a 70-80 page paper. It was an undergraduate thesis. I was writing it on the significance of Cold War propaganda and what we can learn from it in the modern political age. And I was loving it. I was like, I cannot imagine myself going into any job whatsoever where I would use this. I can't. So I sought my major. I was like, maybe I'll enjoy this more. And I didn't. And I was like, well, I'm not going back to poli-sci because as much as I love poli-sci, I don't like the actual jobs associated with poli-sci. I don't care to be an academic my entire life, constantly being in classrooms, whether it be learning or teaching. That just doesn't sound very enjoyable. So I just put a lot into YouTube at the time, and that's where I am now. Now, obviously, not the same as it was back then, but that's okay. We enjoy what we do, and we take everything in stride, and we take it one step at a time. But yeah, you never imagine the college dropout as someone who's just like, I'm not using this, so I'm gonna just choose a different path. And I think it's a place of like young arrogance. Maybe it's like, I don't need this. But at the same time, to this day, I've still not needed it, so we'll see how it is like 10 years down the line. I've also always figured, like, I don't think they'd just delete your credits and stuff, so I could always go back and, like, pay for a semester or two and then just graduate. I don't know how it works. I still read constantly. Like, I read so much every day, so we'll see. And I don't mean read as in just, like, perusing, like, Reddit and stuff. Or X, the everything app. I love reading the news, man. I am so ridiculously old in terms of the things I do. My favorite thing, wake up in the morning, read the news. I love having a cup of coffee. If I can sit outside, I'd prefer it. And I love just reading the news. I will say, I've never used TikTok for it. I tried it. I tried it once, I gave it my best shot. Couldn't enjoy it. The only thing I ever used it for was like whenever people would send me stuff, because I've always said short form content just like I feel like rots your brain. Absolutely. Which is why if you want to get rich, I was gonna say if you want to get rich, make short form content because the masses love it. But last I heard, the pay for those still isn't like amazing. So I don't know. Maybe they'll change that because it's hard to. The issue with short form content is it's hard to like make money on, which is why I think the TikTok shop and everything is so big, and why it's easier to just get money through sponsorships, because then your whole TikTok is just like the ad, right? It's like, how do you fit a 15-second ad into a 15-second video? We can't do it. Wait, what if the whole video was an ad? What do we think about that? And they give them a promotion. It's as simple as that. I would say this video has been everywhere, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little insecure talking about the college stuff because it sounds like I'm just like, you know, complimenting myself, and I'm not, because I fully suggest everyone not drop out of college, just get the degree, because it can't hurt. And if I went back, it sucks because I wouldn't do anything different, because I know how miserable it made me, but everyone's life is different, right? It's like, if you're able to sit through and finish it, do it, because it can't hurt. So just do it. There's no honor. That's one thing I want to make clear. I am never relaying these stories of like, look at me, look what I did. It's like, this was the path I chose, and if you relate to that path, maybe you end up taking it. But here's what you should consider, and if you're able to push it out, because there's no reason to not if you're able to. I think it's just more of broadening horizons, because there comes to a point where it's difficult to separate the line of, is this person telling this story just to hype themselves up and to make them seem like they're better, or are they telling it just to share their life experience? And I think sometimes it just comes down to, do you know this person to a degree, and do you think that they would try to do something like that? And I hope at this point a lot of you guys, having heard me talk about my life stories, understand that I'm just relaying what I've relayed before. I hope so. I hope I have that level of, what would you call it, credibility? We, by the way, need to figure out how we're going to kill the Pentagon Thief. We should probably save a zombie at the end of this round and start hitting the box. I don't know what the name of the shotgun is, I won't lie, but I am going to hope, beyond hope, that it looks like what I think it looks like, and I think it has these weird rails on the side. So we're going to be looking for a shotgun with weird rails on the side. Is that all she wrote? We have a few more. Is it stupid to try to melee on round 17? Maybe a little? Maybe just a little. Oh my god, that is more than I thought there were. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No big problem. We don't mind more zombies, because more zombies means more points. That's what I've always said. Let's exploit the masses. Woo! Hear me out. Is COD Zombies a reflection of capitalism? Among Us? Chungus? Ohio Sigma Riz. Hello, fellow kids. Dude, that sounds like something at slam poetry or some. Ohio Sigma Riz. How do you do, fellow kids? I'm a poet, and I wasn't even aware of the fact. Looky there. How many zombies? Are one of you missing an arm? Like I said, no DEI. Shouldn't make that joke. This is satirical. This is satirical. And I have 6 bullets left. Okay. Gotta be careful with that. Do not grab the dual-wield CZ75. Do not grab the dual-wield CZ75. Ballistic knife. Not very useful. I am gonna spin this box. It's gonna take a bit because we got this guy following up. It's Black Ops 1. Hold. Hold. 2, 3. That should do it. Haha, victory! Victory at all costs. Alright, now you guys don't get an escape. You have to watch the box animation with me as a single CZ75. Are we fine if I like? I'm not gonna use them, okay? But let's speed up the process. There's no point to waiting this long. The Olympia is merely here. Now, I was saying the Olympia is merely here to be taken by the Pentagon Thief, but thus far the Olympia is the only thing saving us from entirely losing this run to the Pentagon Thief, so it's like, we need to go back and buy the Olympia. Here's the point. It's going to get to a point where the Olympia is not going to be able to kill him once he takes the gun. Now, I am allowed to use that, but I don't think that's going to help me one bit. I really don't at all. I think it only harms me in the sense of what we are looking to accomplish. You guys remember like the thing where you would try to stand on the edge of the mystery box to hit it, and it would give you the ray gun more likely? I remember that. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Another ballistic knife. What did he just say? Did he say stupid dog? I mean, I guess. That's what I hear in League of Legends, but I wasn't expecting to hear it here. Alright, teddy bear. Woo, where's the TV screen? If you don't know on this map, you can use TV screens. I keep being scared like, oh my gosh, my zombie's gonna despawn, but Black Ops 1, baby. Man, why did they get rid of good things? Is it not this map that has the TVs? Die Rise does, and the remake of this map does. That's just the Pentagon. I swore this map had TV screens. Maybe I'm just missing them. Why do I have so much like indigestion this morning? It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed, guys. Please don't listen as I cough and burp. It's disgusting. Oh my god, I want to puke saying that. I feel as though I need a shower now. I feel filthy. I'm done. Apothos after he uploads one video every month. I'm done. Call it a day. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. We're gonna try to go upstairs, I guess. It doesn't seem to be down here by my best estimations. Where is the elevator? Hello, elevator. How do you do? Say hi to your alligator. Something Chevrolet movie theater. Where is the box? I have found the box. This does have the TV screens. Looky there. Look at that. Oh man, beautiful images. Do you think someone had to like come here, take a picture of this, and they just upload the PNG here? Because that's kind of a low res PNG. Don't grab it. No, that crashes my game. Fun fact, on Plutonium, which is what I use because I like it. Simply put, I own the game on Steam. I just like Plutonium. It's like better server stuff, I think. I don't know how secure even just playing in solo play the old Call of Duties are. I hear so much like fear news about it, so it's like I don't know. I just prefer to play on this. But the dual CZ75s, the last I'm aware of, crashed the game, so not gonna be taking those. Now, hold on a minute. If we had the Executioner, this is an important conversation to have with ourselves. If we had the Executioner, is that a shotgun? Because all I'm saying, I'm seeing a lot of snow. If we say a shotgun is something that shoots out pellets rather than a singular slug, I'm just saying I see a lot of snow. Obviously, we're not going to use it, but my god, does it not feel good to give it up. Does it not feel good to... It doesn't feel good. Does it not? Not it does. It not do. Sound like a Tyler One live stream title, man. I love watching his live streams. Alright, do you guys see the issue here too? By the way, is this a shotgun? Wait, is this it? Okay, it's not full auto, but it's functional. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but we'll see if it were. Oh no, I forgot. Did you guys forget? Do you guys see that little ammo count in the bottom? That's not very good. Looks like we're going to be naming this 5 shotguns only rather than going for the hardest achievement on 5. Well, no, I could be like, I tried to beat 5's hardest achievement with shotguns only. Something along those lines.
Warning. Breach detected. Initiate security protocol.
I feel like one more bullet would have done it again, man. I feel like just one more. Alright, we're going to try to catch up to him, and then we're going to shoot him. Otherwise, he will just get away from us. We need the close range. We have time. Just breathe. And get right up on him. Beautiful. Just like that. Alright, it's fine. We still have a chance. We're going to do one more pass there. If we have this HS-10 pack-a-punched, and we aren't able to kill him, it is over. That's it. I tried my best. That is all Apothos has in him. Is it weird how much I talk to myself? I don't talk to myself in third person. I refer to myself in third person because, like, I don't know. It just feels like how you're supposed to do it as a content creator. It sounds weird. I never do it in real life. Never do I ever say, like, refer to myself in third person in real life. It is only in videos. But it's like, because I view it as I view myself from the consumer's point of view, of which I am not me. Yeah, guys, I was a philosophy minor, by the way. Me real good at think big about complicated subject. Um, my first, I don't know how all colleges do it, but the way it worked in my college was 1,000 level was like intro, 2,000 was next, then 3,000, then 4,000. I think there were a few 5,000 capstones, but not many. And I came in with a ton of credit from like taking college courses in high school, plus with AP credits from getting like fives and stuff on AP tests where it counted as credits and everything. And so I came in and I met with my advisor in the summer, and he was like, okay, so you're in like this honors college where you get the 4I and everything, and you came in with all these credits. We're going to put you straight into a 4,000 senior level course. And I'm like, okay. And I'm fresh little, out of high school. How old would I have been? How old are you whenever you start college? 18? I'm in this class like 22-year-olds. Now I had a beard, okay? But their beards were better. That's all I'm going to say. I don't. There's a joke I want to make, but I've only heard the joke from offhand sources. And now that I think on that joke, which I think this is how it should work, you hear a joke, whenever you're about to repeat it, you think about, is this joke okay to make? And Misa thinks the joke is not okay to make. And it's not even a bad joke. It's not like it sounds, the way I'm making it out sounds like it's a really bad joke, and it's not, is the worst part. I'm making it sound so much worse than it is. We're just going to move on past it. I'm in this class, and they're all way older than me, and the required book for this class is so much bigger than all my other books. And whenever I open it, it is so much wordier. And we have to read genuinely like 80 pages out of this massive textbook a week. It is non-stop reading. The class was so incredibly difficult. And I had this class at the same time as I had my other class. And these professors were friends with each other. And the difference was astounding. This is part of what made me drop the religion major, or religion minor, was because I loved the difficult philosophy class because the people in it were so passionate. We had seminars and everyone actually did the reading. Everyone actually cared. I felt valued for what I knew. They thought it was cool that I understood it, and they would ask me questions. I had like 22-year-olds, some 23-year-olds. There were people in their 30s in that class who were like coming to me asking me questions, and that felt amazing because it was like I get to talk about something that I care about and I'm passionate about, people who care about it and are passionate about it, and that is such an amazing, underrated feeling. The one single thing that sucks about content creation is you don't get that experience with people in real life. You don't get that sharing of hobbies with people in real life. I get to play one of my favorite game series ever with you guys and talk to you about it via these videos, but I don't get the opportunity to talk with you guys one-on-one about it and like actually share that. And that's like, I've always thought about the only thing that sucks about content creation as a job is you really lack that human element. And I think it's so easy in this day and age of technology to undercut that and be like, oh, what does it matter? You just get to stay at home and play games all day? And sure, we can take out everything in terms of needing to be entertaining, needing to video edit and all that. We can say it is the easiest job in the world. I am so fine with that. But you can't take away the one thing that sucks is the lack of genuine human interaction. You don't have an office to go see coworkers in. You have no incentivization to actually get outside of the house. You have to start planning these things to make sure you do it. And I'm not saying it's hard to plan, but I'm saying it's something that you don't learn. You don't learn whenever you're in school how to make yourself like find something interesting to do outside of the house because you're forced to go to school. What you learn in school is how to cooperate and work with others, or at least that's the point of group projects. Some of you did not learn that, and that's okay. Don't worry, the Department of Education I heard is getting a rebrand soon. So, It is the only thing is that you have to, it is a total restructuring of what you think a job is going to be. Whenever you were in school, you think a job's going to be, okay, I wake up, I have to go in, and now with like stay-at-home work, it's different, right? Stay-at-home work wasn't as prevalent whenever I was in school, and it might have been, but I didn't know about it. I feel like that was something that mainly started like heavily, like work from home started heavily happening during COVID, and now, a lot more people work from home. I feel like that was always the case. In terms of like, there just weren't as many as there were now, so we didn't know about it. So I always imagined my future going into a job, talking to coworkers, collaborating, having a boss I had to answer to, having specific deadlines on stuff. And whenever you're thrown into that position of, oh, no, I don't have to answer someone, I have to make the rules and answer to myself, it's a different ballgame. I'm not saying it's harder. I'm not saying, we can say it's easier. I'm fine to say it's easier because it's fun to rag on content creators, and I'm all here for it. Easiest job in the world. Because I worked at Walmart, and I tell you a million times over, I'd rather work here than work at Walmart. but it's something you have to like learn if you want to go into content creating. It's something you need to learn to have discipline. I think people who are really good about making themselves go into the gym and everything would be amazing content creators, because I think I think it's a level of self-discipline you have to have. I think it's a working out is actually so similar to content creation in terms of you are going to do something and you are not going to reap immediate benefits, and it is going to take up your time and suck at first. But if you stick with it, most of the time it's going to work out. Is it because you're working? I'm a comedian. Okay. I don't know. I tried to think of something that ended with Ian and I couldn't, so I was like, well, let's just take this the other way that this joke could go, which is just me now standing awkwardly. I'm so funny. So funny. I honestly barely remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, it's just a matter of discipline and making yourself do it, because you don't reap immediate rewards. It's funny because it's so unfair to be in a advantaged position, which fortunately I'm in, because while I do have to work on rebuilding the channel and everything, I already have, you know, a channel that has been able to have outreach and stuff before, and I have a means of still having a revenue source, right? Because the channel has already passed that stuff. Whenever you're first starting, you don't immediately pass that. So even if you get enough views, if you don't meet other metrics, you don't get paid. And that really blows, because you're putting time into something, you're putting work into something where technically, even from your first workout session, you're building up muscle. But whenever you upload your first video, you're not making money. And that's the point of it. You do things to reap rewards, right? And that's the system in life. You're always reaping a reward in a sense. The reason why people should help each other is not because you expect something in return, but because you reap the reward of knowing that you've created and partaken in a better society. You have created a better society so that if you need help in the future, you would receive it, right? And it's not a selfish way of thinking about it. It's a way of thinking that if I want to live in a world where we support each other, then it is my duty to support who I can, right? It's so different than, well, I do it for you, so you do it for me. That's not what it is. It's about wanting the betterment of the world as a whole, and because you are in that world, by bettering it, you also reap the benefits of it, right? God, I hope that makes sense. Or we can just say Apothos is a psychopath who only helps people so that he can be helped. That's fine, I guess, guys. That's fine. Just another day. Just another day in the office. Oh, your feelings got hurt because someone trolled you online? My audience calls me a psychopath every day. Man, the one thing that there's so many things that I would love to do if I were live streaming, but one of the things I've always wondered, I don't want to speak into existence, but I've always wondered, like, I love whenever streamers, like, get a joke about them. Like, Ludwig being short, or Aatrox having, like, glizzy hands, or, you know, K-Dro being, like, terrible at League, stuff like this. And it's like, I always wonder if I live streamed it, what would mine be? What would people say so much about me that new people actually thought it was true? I always maybe that I'm autistic. No, you can't do that. It's like you can't make fun of someone for being like short. Or, well, okay, let me take it back. You can't if they're actually short, because that's something they can't change. Let me make that clear. The whole point of this is it's things that people don't actually have that you're making fun of them for, right? Like, Aatrox doesn't actually have sausage-sized fingers. Ludwig's not actually short, although I have seen Tyler One's chat, so maybe some people just... Oh, do you guys see the issue? Because I see the issue. We're not going to be using that anymore. Oh, we can buy ammo. I can buy ammo in this, but not the other guns. So we're going to use this more and save those last bullets for, this is a problem. We're fine. Just breathe. Reload. God, elevator has always broken zombie AI, huh? That is not the most fun in the world. Can I please rebuy this? Thank you so much. Okay, good talk. Good talk. I don't think you should just be like yelling someone is autistic in the chat. I think that might put off like a bad sense. Maybe not the kind of vibe I'm going for here. The other thing, of course, would be movie nights. I'd love community movie nights. That'd be so much fun. I could set that up without even live streaming. I could absolutely set up community movie nights, but I would need to like. It sounds embarrassing to say, but I need to grow the community a bit more. Otherwise, it might just be like me and Soldier Aku in a call. I don't know. But maybe one day, maybe once I move, maybe in the summer. Because here's the thing, I'd want to scream, and I know that sounds. Oh my, no, you guys wouldn't be able to watch a movie with me, because I am the worst person to watch movies with, because I would want to. Okay, two problems. One, I'm a content creator. I love to talk. Two. And I obviously, like, I'm not, whenever I watch movies in a group, I'm not asking people to pause it 24/7. But whenever it's for my own pleasure, like if I'm watching a movie with my wife or by myself, I enjoy like pausing and thinking about it. I enjoy like pausing and be like, oh wait, Meg, do you think they're doing this because of this, or this? And if I was on a call with like 20 or 30 of you guys, I'd absolutely be wanting to pause, and I don't want like 20 people yelling, bro, stop yapping and play the movie. It's like, what are we even doing here? And I get community movie nights for all of us. It's not just another video where you listen to me ramble. How does Will Neff do it? Okay, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. We are going to get this time. There's no way we don't. If we don't get it, it's GG though. Okay. I tried. I tried. We failed, boys. It was a good effort. It was a good effort. We did our best. You know the crappy thing, I really think so many times we were just one bullet away. But, guys, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, what's up, oh, that fun stuff. And yeah, have a good one, everybody, and take it easy.